Welcome to the Showdown. I'm your host, Beto Duran. October 21st, the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California. It's going to be a battle. Alexis Rocha from Santa Ana, California takes on Giovanni Santillan, the undefeated fighter from San Diego. You don't want to miss that. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com. The reason that one's special, because not too often do you get two fighters in the prime of their career willing to put it on the line, especially at 147 pounds. Alexis Rocha, why take on Giovanni Santillan?
This is a tough fight, and to be one of the best, you have to fight one of the best, and Giovanni Santillan is one of the best. So it doesn't make any better than this when you got the two top guys in your division, WBO, and you go along with each other.
Giovanni, why take on Alexis Rocha?
He's currently ranked #1 for WBO, and I'm trying to climb the ranks, so this is a fight that I need to win.
Now, this isn't going to be a show where you guys are going to go back and forth and we need security to separate you. You're two professionals. You're the epitome of what a professional fighter should be, a professional athlete, but you two know each other, would you say well or just in passing? How do you know each other?
I mean, pretty well. We've known each other. Me growing up since a 19-year-old kid, I've seen you grow up. I'm sure you've seen me on the rankings. And like I said in the press conference, yeah, we're just fortunate to fight each other.
Well, first time you saw him, do you remember?
Yeah, first time I think we sparred. He might have been like 19 at that time. Quite a few years ago. I'm not maybe like 6 years ago.
Yeah, well back.
Something like that. So, and you know, we're two Southern California boxers, so I think that's why we ran into each other, you know. So it's almost something that I always knew in the back of my head that it was a fight that could happen someday, and it's coming to reality.
So the point is, you walk into a gym, you're like, okay, you're sparring with that guy.
Yeah.
Did you know anything about him before that?
No, I didn't know anything about him, especially me barely hitting the scene. I didn't really know too much. So
You were a pro at the time?
yeah, I was a pro.
All right. And Giovanni, you had a couple fights underneath your belt, so you had this kid, you're like, all right, you know what it's like when you're in the gym and like you're gonna bring a young guy up there. What was it like? Do you remember anything about that?
Yeah, I remember. I knew he, you know, he's a younger guy. Signed with Golden Boy at the time, and I was still fighting with Thompson Boxing, and I was fighting at 140 pounds, you know, at that time. But I knew, you know, I'm gonna move up to 147 one day, and if we both keep going, you know, in a forward direction and keep winning fights, and it was a fight that, you know, almost seemed inevitable to me that would happen. I always knew that this is a fight that would make sense because, you know, two Mexican, Southern California fighters, it's just gonna make for a really good fight. So I knew that this fight would happen someday.
All right, that's very interesting. You train in Santa Ana with Hector.
Yeah.
You train in San Diego with your dad, right? Everything's fine there. But you both go to Robert Garcia in Moreno Valley for sparring. So for this camp, what's going on?
Yeah, I can't go to Robert Garcia's. But yeah, we understand it's the business. You know, you go to all these gyms to train. I've been going to Robert Garcia's for a while. So, you know, I'm going to fight one of their guys. And that's just the way the boxing goes, especially in Southern California.
And Robert is your home.
Yeah, that's where I do all my preparation for my fights for the past 2.5 years. But that's just the way this is, you know. Right. You know, you see fighters all the time, especially at Roberts, that are coming in from other places, other cities, other gyms, and any guy you step in there with, you want to beat him because you never know if you're gonna face him one day, and you kind of want to show him a little bit something, but you also want to prove to everybody else in the gym, you know.
Like you fought guys with excellent records, undefeated record.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I know he's gonna be a game opponent, you know, a game fighter, I should say. You know, he doesn't know how to lose. And that's something that it's going to bring out the best out of me. It's going to bring out the best out of him come fight night.
When you look at your perfect record, you've been knocking people out, you've been built up really nicely, you're doing things out. How do you keep your perfect record?
You stay hungry. You know, every single fight, you look at it like if it's a world title shot opportunity, you know, and especially with this fight, as soon as they told me it was confirmed that we were going to get this fight, I was very excited, you know, to get this fight because I knew that he's a good fighter that I'm going to prepare very well for. So that's what we've been focusing on right now.
El Gallo, right?
El Gallo.
Yet, El Gallo should be the A side. It should be the front of the billboard, the first name. You're not here. How's that make you feel?
If anything, it just lights a fire inside. It's not the first time that I go into enemy territory and have to face someone where they're the A side and I'm the B side. I remember the last time I had to do that, you know, it brought something else out of me, and I knocked the guy out in 2 rounds. I just had this fire inside of me, and I think that that's all that this is doing for me.
Lex, you're high in the rankings. There was talk about Bud Crawford or whoever it is that you could fight in the division. Yet Santillan isn't a fighter you can overlook, right?
No, 100%. I can't overlook Santillan. I got to go into the tip-top shape physically, mentally to prepare for him. And I'm doing that this camp. And yeah, I'm the A side, but I don't look at that. I see myself the underdog all the time, 100%, because that's just the mentality I have to prove myself.
This is a fight. I told people when they got announced, like, oh, because I know both of you.
Yeah.
After when you both started your careers, I've known both of you guys. Like, oh, this is the one you want to buy tickets for. This is the one where, don't ask me, I don't have any comps for you because I'm going to be there as a fan, whether I'm working or not. I'm going to be there cheering both of you guys on. It's also the beginning from what it looked like. It could be a really special night because you have the two Mexican warriors going at each other. A lot on the line, more than just boxing. It's about a chance for your legacy, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. It's a chance to fight for the W World title. And I know the winner of this is going to go on to bigger and better things. But in my mind, I'm not looking for a WBO title. To me, this is a world title shot. This is a world title fight right here. That's the mentality I'm carrying.
I've been telling everybody since this fight got announced that this is a can't-miss fight, just because I know that our style is made for that type of fight. I think it's going to be something great for the fans. I think both of us are going to gain new fans after this.
October 21st, the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California. You don't want to miss Rocha and Santillan.